Oh man, here we go. This is going to be fun. This is going to be actually one of my favorite subjects for Advent of Cyber. Let's take a look. Hey there, everybody. Thanks for coming back. I'm glad you're joining us today. This is going to be Vlogmas Day 7, but Advent of Cyber Day number 6. I actually took today off from work just to relax and do a live stream. It was pretty short. It was about an hour and a half long, and all I did was play some World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Awesome game, I love it. Goal right now is to try to get up to level 70 on my character. And speaking of actual goals, I'm actually trying to get 10 followers on my Twitch channel anytime I do any live streams. I'm trying to stream on both platforms, Twitch and YouTube. Yesterday was the first time I actually streamed to both platforms, and I am trying to figure out how the chat features actually work. Just because I was actually streaming, someone told me that I didn't reply to their chat, and honestly, I never saw it come up. And I'm using Streamlabs desktop. So if any of you guys know, I guess I can Google it also, but if you guys know how that actually works, leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. So before we actually get with the topic today, let's go with the question of the day. So the question of the day today is going to be, what season is your favorite? Are you a winter person? Spring? Summer? Fall? And tell me why it's your favorite season. For me, I actually like the winter just because I really don't mind the rain or the snow whenever we actually have snow. And we actually had snow about 2 days ago or so, and it was awesome. It wasn't cold enough to stick, but it was cold enough to stick in other areas where I'm from. But anyways, let's go ahead and go to day 6 of Advent of Cyber, email analysis. Now, I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to go ahead and start the machine right now because I'm assuming we're probably going to need it at some point. But I'd like to go ahead and go over everything here. Let's see, email analysis. There we are. And see how this goes. I'd like for you guys to let me know which way you like these videos. Do you like it when we just do a, just skim or just go through the lesson plan here? Or today I'm gonna actually go ahead and just read this as if I'm learning it. Basically, we're gonna learn together what this is. So follow along if you wish, but here we go. So Elf McBlue found an email activity while analyzing the log files. Looks like everything started with an email. Learning objectives for today, we're going to learn what email analysis is and why it still matters. We're going to learn the email header sections, learn the essential questions to ask in email analysis. That's going to be fun. Learn how to use email header section to evaluate an email. Okay. Learn to use additional tools to discover email attachments and conduct further analysis. All right. And we're going to help the ELF team investigate the suspicious email that was received. All right, so what is email analysis? Email analysis is the process of extracting the email header information to expose the email file details. The email header contains the technical details of the email, like the sender, recipient, the path. I believe it's going to be like the path that it took to get to you. The return address and attachments. Usually these details are enough to determine if there is something suspicious or abnormal in the email and decide on further actions on the email, like filtering or quarantining or delivering the email. This process can be done manually and with the help of tools. Now, there are two main concerns in email analysis. There's security issues, identifying suspicious, abnormal, or malicious patterns in emails, or performance issues, identifying delivery and delay issues in emails. Okay, there are two main concerns in email analysis. So these are the things that we are trying to figure out when we're trying to analyze an email. All right. In this task, we will focus on security concerns on emails, aka phishing. Before focusing on the hands-on email analysis, you will need to be familiar with the terms social engineering and phishing. Social engineering is the psychological manipulation of people into performing or divulging information by exploiting weaknesses in human nature. The weaknesses can be curiosity, jealousy, greed, kindness, and willingness to help someone. So basically what social engineering is you are trying to befriend a total stranger or a target that you would like to try to get as much information out of. You can try to bribe them or just be friendly. You'd be surprised at how much information people will give you if you are just really friendly. And I mean that's a good thing, but it could also be a weakness. And a lot of people who are social engineering other people look for these weaknesses in people and try to get, just try to get as much information out of someone. Phishing is a subsection of social engineering delivered through email to trick someone into either revealing personal information and credentials or executing malicious code on their computer. So phishing is like real-life social engineering, but now you're just doing it over email. Sometimes these phishing emails, you've probably seen them before. They will be addressed from, like, say, your boss or a coworker, asking you if you are available and if you can see this, or the ever so popular go to Western Union and get a money order and send it here. I'm sure you've probably seen one of those before. I mean, they're not so prevalent anymore, I don't think. It's been a while since I've seen one, but I guess famous last words. So phishing emails will usually appear to come from a trusted source, whether that's a person or a business. They include content that tries to tempt or trick people into downloading software, opening attachments, or following links to a bogus website. You can find more information on phishing by completing the phishing module, which I will probably do at a later time. Now, does email analysis still matter? I mean, we've got like email filters now out there that can do this in the background as you are receiving these emails. But sometimes they still slip. They get by. So, my opinion, does email analysis still matter? Yeah, I think it does. I mean, especially with my experience at work, we still get a fair share of phishing emails. Me personally, I've gotten a couple, and that's why I actually think that this is going to be a really fun lesson and task, because we get a lot of these phishing emails that I would like to see if I can put some of this knowledge to work and, try to do some like real life email analysis when it comes in. So, does email analysis still matter? Yes, various academic research and technical reports highlight that phishing attacks are still extremely common, effective, and difficult to detect. It is also part of penetration testing or pen testing and red teaming implementations. Therefore, email analysis competency is still an important skill to have. Today, various tools and technologies ease and speed up email analysis. Still, a skilled analyst should know how to conduct a manual analysis when there is no budget for automated solutions. It is also a good skill for individuals and non-security IT people. So take note. This is an interesting, important note. In-depth analysis requires an isolated environment to work. It is only suggested to download and upload the received emails and attachments if you are in the authorized team and have an isolated environment. Suppose you are outside the corresponding team or a regular user. In that case, you can evaluate the email header using the raw format and conduct the essential checks like the sender, recipient, spam score, and server information. Remember that you have to inform the corresponding team afterwards. And that makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't want to use your personal laptop or your work laptop to try to open up an email that could possibly have malware or something in it that's going to do something to your computer. So, what I would do, and what I actually have done before, is spin up a virtual machine with any operating system, really. I at least have one Windows VM, I have one Linux VM, and I also have a Kali Linux virtual machine as well. How to analyze emails. So, before learning how to conduct an email analysis, you need to know the structure of an email header. Let's quickly review the email header structure. So, you've got your from field, to field, date, and subject. That's self-explanatory. That's stuff when you open up your email at the very top. They usually have this information. So who the email is from, which is the sender's address, to, which would be the receiver's address, including this carbon copy and blind carbon copy, the date, and the subject. But also, when you're looking at the raw data of an email, you can actually get more information out of it. So this other stuff is available in the email header. So you've got the return path, which is just the return address, like the reply to address. And as it says here, if you reply to an email, the reply will go to the address mentioned in this field. Domain key and DKIM signatures. These are email signatures that are provided by email services to identify and authenticate emails. SPF shows the server that was used to send the email. It will help to understand if the actual server is used to send the email from a specific domain. Message ID is just the unique ID of the email. MIME version, they've used MIME, and it will help to understand the delivered non-text contents of and attachments. So like images that are in the email itself. You've got X headers. The receiver mail providers usually add these fields. Provided info is usually experimental and can be different according to the mail provider. X received is the mail server that the email went through to get to you or to the intended recipient. The X spam status is the spam score of the email, and X mailer is the client that was used to create that email. So some of the important email header fields for quick analysis. These are the questions that you want to ask yourself when you're doing some email analysis. So analyzing multiple header fields can be confusing at first glance, but starting from the key points will make the analysis process slightly easier. A simple process of email analysis is shown below. So some questions to ask are: do the from, to, and carbon copy fields contain valid addresses? And then you've got like the evaluation. If any of these are, if the answer to any of these is true or false, you've got the evaluation. So if the from, to, and CC addresses don't contain valid addresses, then you've got, it's a red flag. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Some of these email addresses will be just long strings or just, an email address with random characters and a valid domain. So like random characters at google.com. I mean, it says it's from a google.com address, but it has all of these weird characters in it. Another question that you can ask yourself is, when analyzing these emails, is, are the from and to addresses the same? And if they are, that would be a red flag for obvious reasons. Why would the from and the to email addresses be the same? They should probably be different. There are legitimate reasons why the from and to fields might be the same, but we're not going to go through that in this video. Are the from and return path fields the same? That's a good question, because then remember, the return path also comes from right here. The return address of the reply, so the reply to. So are these the same? But if they're not, then that could be a red flag. But then again, there are legitimate reasons why you would have, why you would send from one email address and want the replies to go to a different email address. But if they're different, you might want to just take a closer look at this email. Was the email sent from the correct server? The email should have come from the official mail servers of the sender. So you would think that if an email was sent from a Gmail address, the mail server that the email should have been sent to or through would be a Google address or a Google server. And there are other things that you should look at, and some of them are pretty self-explanatory. I honestly haven't seen a message ID before, or maybe I have. I've just skimmed past it, but I will be now. Okay, so you'll also need an email header parser tool, or configure a text editor to highlight and spot the email headers details easily. The difference between the raw and parsed views of the email header is shown below. Note, the below example is demonstrated with the tool Sublime Text. The tool is configured and ready for task usage in the given VM, which would be this right here to the right. You can use Sublime Text to view email files without opening and executing any of the linked attachments or commands. You can view the email file in the text editor using two approaches. You can either right-click on the sample and open it with Sublime Text, or you can just open Sublime Text and drag and drop the sample into the text editor. If your file has a .eml or .msg extension, the Sublime Text app will automatically detect the structure and highlight the header fields for ease of readability. Note that if you are using a .txt or any other extension, you will need to manually select the highlighted format by using the button located in the lower right corner. Text editors are helpful in analysis, but there are some tools that can help you to view the email details in a clearer format. In this task, we will use the EML Analyzer tool to view the body of the email and analyze the attachments. The EML Analyzer is a tool designed to parse email headers for a better view and analysis process. The tool is ready to use in the given VM. The tool can show the headers, body, embedded URLs, plain text, and HTML data and attachments. Sample usage query is explained below. So you would basically just start off the command on your terminal with EML Analyzer. You would append a -i and then supply the path to the file that you are trying to analyze. And this says, note, remember, you can either give a full file path or navigate to the required folder using the cd command. Dash dash header will show the header. So it looks like these other options are what you want EML Analyzer to do. Do you just want it to show the headers? Then just do dash dash header like here, and you won't have to do anything else. But if you want it all, just put all 4 of these options. At this point, you should have completed the following checks: sender and recipient controls, return path control, email server control. Alright, so did this actually want us to do it already? Not yet. Okay. Additionally, you can use some open source intelligence OSINT tools to check email reputation and enrich the findings. Visit the given site below and do a reputation check on the sender address and the address found in the return path. Alright, so let's open up Firefox on our virtual machine here. Okay, this is taking forever. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, well, let's try this then. So it looks like we've got that email right here. So let's go into our terminal, and the main command is EML Analyzer Dash I for the file, and I believe this is on the desktop already, right? Let's see. Nope, it's not. So let's go to the desktop, and there's that email, and so we should be able to do EML Analyzer Dash I, and it's called urgent period EML. Now let's just have it show everything. So we want the header, we want the URLs. Or actually, does this say only look at the header maybe? Nah, you know what, we'll just do it all. Dash U, dash dash text, and dash dash extract all. Let's have it do that. There you go. So this is a pretty cool tool. I've never used this before. Alright, so it says we want to go to this page. Let's just go ahead and copy that link, and we'll go up here. Let's open up a new one and paste and go. Alright, so what was that? What did it want us to look for again? Do a reputation check on the sender address and the address found in the return path. So sender and return path. So the sender would be the from. So let's take a look at that. Not sure if this is gonna work or not, but we'll find out. So it's risky. Suspicious. The domain is valid, but it doesn't have a valid MX record. This email address is not deliverable, and the domain has low reputation. We have not observed this email address on the internet, and it has no profiles on major services like LinkedIn, Facebook. Wow, that thing actually looks up a lot of stuff. Interesting. Okay. So that's the sender. Now we gotta check the return path. Sure is suspicious. Valid is domain, so pretty much the same thing. Let's see, reputation, it has no reputation score. So this tool actually gives you a lot of information. I'm gonna have to go back and check mine out later. Alright, so we checked that out. And it looks like these are other tools that you can also use. After completing the mentioned initial checks, you can continue with body and attachment analysis. Now let's focus on analyzing the email body and attachments. So the email body and attachments. The sample doesn't have URLs, only an attachment. So it does have one right here. Okay. You need to compute the value of the file to conduct file-based reputation checks and further your analysis. As shown below, you can use the SHA-256 sum tool utility to calculate the file's hash value. Remember to navigate to the file's location before attempting to calculate the file's hash value. Okay, so where did it go? Went to email attachments, division of labor. Okay, so is that on the desktop? Yes, it is. So let's go to email attachments. And let's look. That's okay, the doc file is there. So we want to use the SHA-256 tool. So SHA-256 sum, and it should be the division. And one cool thing about Linux is all you have to really do when you're trying to get to a file and it's a long file name, all you really have to do is just type the first few letters and then press tab, and it'll auto-complete it for you. So let's go ahead and hit enter. And there you go. So this is the hash value for that document right there. So once you get the sum of the file, you can go for further analysis using the virus total. So looks like this is another website that we can use. So let's go there. I'll use the search option to conduct. Okay. And then the file hash will be this. Let's copy it. Paste. And enter. Oh, that doesn't look good. There's a lot of red. Okay, so then it looks like with that file hash, this will actually give you a score and find out, it'll tell you what, if any of these are suspicious. So I'm assuming red is bad. Green looks like it's undetected, so that's good. But all of these reds are bad. So probably not a good file to open. Now visit the tool website and use the indicator lookup option to conduct hash-based analysis. Okay, so then, wait, actually, okay, search. So detection, details. Oh, there's more things. Okay, click on the behavior tab and analyze the details. Here we go. The sandbox C2AE flags this file as malware. Aha, there you go. So you definitely don't want to open up that file. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Nice. I'll have to remember that one again. After that, continue on reputation check in Inquest and enrich the gathered data. So let's go ahead and go here to this tool. Indicator lookup. Option to conduct hash-based analysis. Search the hash value and then click analyze. Well, that doesn't look good. That says it's malicious. Macro Hunter. Inquest RF classifier malicious, 99% confidence. These sites are probably going to go into a bookmark on my laptop. So, oh, look at that. First seen was 11/23, so November 23rd, 2022. It's probably when this file was created. Okay, so after finishing this shown steps, you have finished the initial email analysis. Next steps are creating a report of findings and informing the team members, manager in the appropriate format. Now's the time to put what we've learned into practice. Click on the Start Machine button at the top of the task to launch a virtual machine. The machine will start in a split screen view. In case the VM is not visible, use the blue show split function. Okay, now back to Elf McSkitty analyzing the suspicious email that might have helped the bandit Yeti infiltrate Santa's network. Important notes: given email sample contains a malicious attachment. Never directly interact with unknown email attachments outside of an isolated environment, which this is. This is going to be an isolated environment. So what is the email address of the sender? The sender's email address is that. So we'll copy that. Paste it. Submit. Whoop whoop. Yeah. 7 days. 7-day streak badge. Awesome. So now all I got to do is to get another badge. 30. Got to go for 30 straight days. Alright, what is the return address? The return address is right here. That's the return path. Alright, that's the second answer. On whose behalf was the email sent? On whose, Chief Elf? Alright. And the spam score is right here. So spam score is 3. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to do this when I get another spam email. Awesome. Hidden value of the message ID field. Let's see if that's what it's supposed to be. Nope. Okay, maybe it's just this. If this isn't right, I'll go ahead and look at the hint. Nope. Okay. What is hidden in the value? It's the hint. Message ID values are usually not in base 64 format. If you saw so, decode the value to understand what's hidden in there. Oh. Okay. Decoder. All right, let's use that. There it is. Actually, you know what? What is it with the whole thing, maybe? Let's do that. Oh, okay. So let's do just that. Decode it. So it is just that. Paste it, submit. There it is. All right. Visit the email reputation check website provided in the task. What's the reputation result of the sender's email address? That's this one. It's risky. Okay. Check the attachments. What is the file name of the attachment? File of the attachment is this right here. Is division of labor. And what is the hash value of the attachment? Hash value of the attachment is this right here. Cool. Visit the virus total website and use the hash value to search. Navigate to the behavior section. What is the second tactic marked in the MITRE attacks section? This one. Actually, which one? Behavior? Yeah. MITRE section. What is the second tactic? Defense evasion. Now, is it with an S or a C? S. Okay, right here. Defense evasion. Now, visit the Inquest website and use the hash value to search. What is the subcategory of the file? That's right here. Subcategory is macro_hunter. Awesome. So that is the last question on the task. And again, if you want to learn more about phishing and analyzing emails, check out the phishing module, which I have up here already. And I'll most likely go through that tomorrow. All right. Let's finish up here. We'll go ahead and click on completed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is day 6 of Advent of Cyber. So hopefully you guys learned something new. Let me know if you liked that format a little bit better, where we just went ahead and went straight through the topic, and you guys just followed along. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. But yeah, so that'll be it. Just like before, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Lets YouTube know that this video is worthy of sharing with other people as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell icon right beside it. That way you know when I post new content up on the channel. But until then, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.